Just hold on a few minutes. Good afternoon. Hey, Florida. I've been in bed all day. This is a day that I took off. I just stayed in the bed. Thank you, the Lord, for today. Somebody's saying that I'm wearing purple all week. That means you're blind, motherfucker. You need to go and get you some more glasses. I don't have on no damn purple. This is gray. But thank you for being interested in the color that I got on. Yeah, you need your cigar and stuff this evening. Some of y'all be so interested in the wrong motherfucking thing. That's what he got on. It ain't purplish gray. Maybe that's the way it shows up on your screen. But it's not purple. There is no purple in it. And my question is, why the fuck does it matter? Thank you, Lola. Aretha Bad. I'm still handsome. I don't know nothing about Makita's owners on the run. And I'm going to clear up some things this evening. Even with this street naming thing. Because y'all need to know the goddamn facts. But baby, I don't have on Natasha, whatever your name is, baby. Thank you for being interested. Even my drawers red, baby. You want me to stand up? Shit. Do I need to stand up and? Because I ain't got nothing on with a shirt. I've been in my goddamn bed all day. Watching Blue Bloods. All right. Good evening, y'all. Officially, good evening to you. Hoping that you have had a great day. I have. I took the day off and just slept and just rest. Sometimes the body needs rest. The mind needs rest. And my wife didn't go into the office today. She worked from the house, so I just stayed in the back until she came back then. And we went to sleep. I almost slept through the time to get up, and if I had slept through this, it'd have been oh well. Okay. But let me set some things straight tonight on this young Dolph situation. And y'all come on in the rooms, so I want to straighten some things out. Because I look on social media and I see so much inaccuracy on social media by individuals who just grab on to anything and you run with it. So y'all just come on in the room. Just come on in the room. Come on in the room. I thank those of you who have been watching me as I do these shows on Young Dolph. And I share with you that this is nothing new for me. This is time. This time is just another time in the history of what I've done to bring you news and information on my platforms, whether it was my 8 years on cable TV, my years of radio talk, my years of radio blues, now social media. Um, and I just want to explain some things to you. So I don't, I get these people who are new to Thaddeus, that's not from Memphis, that don't know my history. You think I'm just jumping out here with bullshit. Here's somebody still worried about my goddamn shirt. On Instagram, Pastor, your shirt is gray, but it looks purple. Who gives a fuck? I got some clothes on, goddammit. Damn. Who care? You understand? See my red drawers too? Damn. It ain't about what I got on. I got a closet with a S full of clothes. Now, damn. I go back, most of you start hearing about what I do with the Leicester Street murders. It became a national story. It was one of the biggest stories that first 48 hours did. That story really brought me to prominence in doing what I do here in Memphis. Having worked at the funeral home that had all of their bodies, N.J. Ford and Sons, I was able, the ugly ass shirt, well, your ugly ass, woo woo, we won't have to worry about your ugly ass no more. You gone. How it started already? Going, folk. I was able on that story to go into the morgue at N.J. Ford and Sons funeral home. I took pictures of the dead folk. I took pictures of the wounds, the gunshot wounds. And I posted them on my blog at that time. This was prior to Facebook. I was able, my background investigations go back, I was a bounty hunter. I had all kinds of methods of finding people and finding information about them, understanding what is public information, what is not public information. I have sources and resources on doing what I do. There are people in the Memphis community, and it seems around the country now, that is more comfortable in providing me with information than they are with anybody else. So I go back to Leicester Street. I go back to several homicides in this city that people have wanted me to get involved in. So I'm not Johnny come lately. Many of you just heard about me last couple of years. Before I was the cousin pastor, I was Pastor Raw. I've exposed many situations here in Memphis. I was very in depth in finding out information in the Memphis Police Department on the former director, Larry Godwin. I was putting out so much information because I had a person on the inside that was giving me all the dirt, the factual, with the documents. So don't get excited about me doing what I do as far as young Dolph is concerned. I've lived in Memphis. I'm not the teddy bear, baby. I'm the fatty bear. Get your goddamn T's together. I'm not no goddamn teddy bear. I'm the fatty bear. I've lived in Memphis for 64 years. I know the streets of Memphis. I know the people that I need to know in Memphis. So when you see me post something, 99.9% is based on the fact that I've been able to get from people in this community. When it comes to the young Dolph situation, it has a lot of questions and very few answers. Let me deal with something that is spreading on today. And those of you that follow me that want to post what I'm about to say, this be something you want to post. You can attribute it to getting it from me. There is conversation today that on Tuesday of next week, that the name of Airways Boulevard is going to change to be named after young Dolph. I want y'all to hear me on this. I ain't telling you what I think. I'm not going to tell you what I speculate. The street name is not going to change. Listen to me. You don't live in Memphis. You don't know what the laws are in Memphis. So most of you just run with this shit that I saw all day. Who wanted to be first and putting out, we're going to change the name? No. No. Nope. Let me tell you what's going to happen. A name change where it would no longer be Airways Boulevard would take an act of the full council. The council And I called two councilmen prior to the show. One that I've known, shit, almost 50 years. J.B. Smiley, City Councilman J.B. Smiley, is using the death of young Dolph for political gain. What this political, this politically ambitious fool is doing is fucking with your minds. All that he's going to do on Tuesday is put a ceremoniously sign on a post on Airways Boulevard. Okay? That's all he's doing. The street name will not change. He'll put a sign on the post, and that sign is good for so many feet. But the name of Airways Boulevard, which has been Airways Boulevard for years, will not change. J.B. Smiley, who has no chance of being governor, who has not did shit as a city councilman, does not have the power. Elvis Presley Boulevard was changed by a vote of the entire council at that time, which was made up of basically white folk at that particular time. Elvis Presley Boulevard was done through the entire council with the support of then Mayor. Martin Luther King Boulevard is still Linden Street. B.B. King Street. What are we talking about, Ford? I mean, we ain't saying nothing about no goddamn Ford, ignorant ass one. What the fuck you talking about? This is not a political move to gain votes from Ford. Ford has nothing to do with it. Listen, you dumb motherfuckers. Listen and you'll be educated and you'll be informed. This is being done solely by City Councilman J.B. Wiley. You will understand, well, whatever, if you're a man, or you're a bitch to keep coming at me with shit you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Listen, goddammit. Don't try to tell me what's going on. You don't know enough about Memphis politics to tell me a goddamn thing. See, I don't understand why you want to change the name of the street anyway. I don't understand why you're more concerned about changing a name than you are making sure that you find out who killed him. You let these black ass politicians, because look, he's running for office. He's running for an office that he cannot win. Absolutely, positively, he has no chance of becoming governor of the state of Tennessee. Why did Elvis Presley become Elvis Presley Boulevard? Because the white folk wanted it to be. They had the support at that time to do it. You don't have the support to change Airways Boulevard where FedEx is to be named after a black man. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. So when I saw all that shit on social media, you motherfuckers don't know what's going on. You just heard a city councilman who cannot change a street by himself. They're going to take a little black and brown side, stick it on a post. It's going to have Dolph's name on it. That's all that's going to happen. That's all that's going to happen. I don't want to talk to none of you motherfuckers. So don't call me. I'm not talking to none of you until I get ready. Okay? This city has not found his killers. Putting his name on a post is just like putting a grave marker on a grave. That's all it means. Yes, Dolph was a good guy. Good music I hear. I don't know none of his songs. He put me on the Cussing Pastor the first time a rapper put me on their song was Dolph. And then it's just a mention. In the thing where he was Django. Memphis, Tennessee, the home of Elvis Presley and Thaddeus Matthews. Okay? But don't be fooled by the bullshit. The closest that you're going to get to accuracy on this issue is me. You more concerned, brother councilman, in showing the community and black folk, and half the black folk that you want to pacify ain't even registered the goddamn vote. Ain't never voted. How many of them rappers and shit you think voting? So that bullshit you talking about doing Tuesday, and all the councilmen are not in agreement with changing the name. I talked to one before I went on the air. Okay? Ain't for that. Let me share with you something. And here's my true feeling on it. 15 or 16 murders or more since Dolph was killed. So are we going to start now? Every time a black man is killed, we're going to name a street after him? They fucking with you. If you ask why they're blasting all over the news. Because, see, they will tell you we're going to change the name of the street, but the street name will not change. They're going to put the little placard on the post on Airways. That's all that's going to happen. He was just a rapper. A rapper that was giving out free turkeys to niggas that already had food stamps could go get their own turkey. He did some good. He did some good for Hamilton High School. But he's just a man. His death is no more important than your cousin, your uncle, your daddy, your brother who got killed in the city of Memphis by senseless violence. See, y'all get fascinated by street signs and all that bullshit. That's nothing but symbolism. That's just to pacify niggas. So a nigga will either vote for them or say, okay, we're going to leave this alone. It's just, yes, Stevens, it's just an honorary gesture. That's all. Everybody different. Young Dolph stood out amongst other black men. Let me come to you and answer the phone, or you gone. What makes Young Dolph death greater than somebody else's death? I've been in a lot of morgues in my life. I've seen a lot of dead folk. And when I walk into the morgue, and I've walked in morgues 20, 30, or you're unable to join, then don't make, let me go back and block you then, brother. Let me go back and block you. Okay. When I walk into the morgue, whether it was N.J. Ford, E.H. Ford, whether it was Southern, M.J. Edwards, or any other morgue, and the dead folk were laying on tables, in refrigerators, they were the same dead. Look, don't tell me who to block, goddammit. This is my motherfucking page. I'm reading your stupid ass comments. If I decide to block, that's my job. And you think, and black folk get excited because somebody gives you a sign on a corner? But safe to say that at N.J. Ford, as he laid on the table, there were other dead folk in the room. They may not have been put in a knockoff casket like he was. I mean, he was put in a knockoff casket. That casket was, see, the Promethean is what that casket is called, has the name Batesville on the end of the casket. I looked at the casket. No Batesville on there, so that's a knockoff.
Unknown caller.
Why are you calling me? And why would I want a sign on the street where I got killed and the city has not even solved the crime yet? Let me cut this speaker off until I get ready for phone calls. That way I ain't got to be bothered. Some have said that I'm just after Makita's cookie shop because I keep going in on them. Well, it is my belief that Raven Winton the daughter at Makita's has something to do with it. His death, in my opinion, was not coincidental. His death, in my opinion, was not somebody riding around looking for his car. His death, in my opinion, was not someone following him, but someone that knew where he was going to be and at a certain time. In my opinion, the guy running after the car, who we've come to find out was an employee there. How do you run after the car? Where did you get the rifle from? In my opinion, something shady there. In my opinion, someone's asking who was on live in the gas station. He's the only person who had a car like that. So people take pictures of him. When I was driving my purple truck with my picture all over it, cussing pastor all over it, same thing happened with me. I don't drive that motherfucker no more. Okay? In my opinion, it was a setup within his own organization or somebody that wanted to take over. See, my thing is this. As I look at this case, if he stopped at the service station, he got out, went in. If you're following him and not always already at the location that they know you're supposed to be at, why didn't they get him at the service station? See, the one thing about when you have these vehicles, people can tell who you are way up the street. In my truck, the Cosmobile, as I call it, that was only one. It's a bright, shiny purple. I don't have it in the machine. People knew who I was a mile away. I couldn't slip and do shit because my picture was all over my goddamn truck. I look at Raven, stories, different. Her daddy got a story. She got a story. So I started doing my research. If Raven had something to do with it, she'd be in jail by now. Wire 8152? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. And I hate to say it, some of the homicide detectives ain't as good as I am. Yeah, I still got my expedition truck. But guess what? You'll never know that I talk about it again. See, you really just proved my point. Everybody knew about that expedition. Sometimes the police don't come and just get you. Raven didn't give the interview. Tamika did, the one who advertised it. No, no. They're sisters and they favor. But see, if you look at it, motherfucker that wants to prove me wrong, Raven had on a Makita's t-shirt. Tamika Hurd is her sister. Their businesses are no longer the same. So when you come at me, motherfucker, know what the fuck your ass talking about. Reveal, if you don't know what you're talking about. The only way that you know that Tamika is a stud, she fucked you. Okay? That's the only way you would know whether that woman is a stud or not. She took the strap out and fucked you in your ass or your pussy. Ash Classic but sassy, please understand that there is so much going on in this case that we don't know all the particulars of the case. But before you tell somebody is a stud, tell me how good the strap felt in your ass. Then we know she stood. I I looked at this case and I'm a nasty pastor. I probably am. I am. I'm real motherfucking nasty. Ask your mama. Um, I look at various issues of this because I get information all day long. All day long. See, when I look at Kia Moore, why did this preacher woman come up with the idea of a GoFundMe? Why? Why? Kia or Kiana? Is it because you owe thousands of dollars in taxes? Is it because you got thousands of dollars in tax liens against you? Are you raising the money because you'll get the money before the folk allegedly supposed to get it? Did you set up a GoFundMe to pay your taxes? Did you work out a deal with the Hills, which you know, which your husband, Tyreek, or whatever his name is seen on a video prior to this, dancing with the cookies in his hand? Hello, somebody. So is the GoFundMe, you're about $80-some thousand, I think now. Is it a front for you to raise all of these thousands of dollars on GoFundMe? Why did you need a GoFundMe? On a building that the lady named Christie owns. That I don't make not a motherfucking dime. And if you ask me anything else, you gone. Because I don't even like you. I'm just letting you stay here. What was the business insurance? If nobody that was, you say that he was shot inside the place. If nobody else that was in the place got shot, how did some equipment get shot? Because surely, if, I do say if, he was shot on the inside, why didn't y'all get something else shot up? Why didn't somebody else get shot? Please don't tell me who to go live with. This is my motherfucking show. Quit giving me motherfucking directions. Nobody else got shot. Daughter, you say that daddy called you, but then on some videos it looked like his car was already present. No, so I ain't give you a motherfucking dime. And go call them people Monday and ask them, wait a minute, did y'all know that this woman owed thousands of dollars to the IRS, that there are tax liens against her, and I'm going to get those tax lien papers and I'm going to post them? But how did they know? I got 2 points I want to deal with before I leave you on tonight. I got so many things in my phone. Let's see. And people send me information. Sometimes I believe it, sometimes I don't. Then I looked at the facts. They're implicating in this anonymous letter that was sent to me. They are implicating somebody else. I've never heard of them. Reveal holistic, I don't got to tell you, bye. I don't know. I've never heard this name. Murder Male. I've never heard that name. I don't know who Murder Male is. But here's the message. Here's one of the messages that was sent to me. And it simply says, the murder, no, the daughter was told by Murder Male to call the next time Dolph came in the store. But this time, Dolph called in his order and stated he would be there in 20 minutes. The shooters waited for him to pull up, and when he did, they waited on him to get out of the car because they already knew his car was bulletproof. So they waited for him to go into the store, and that's when they got him. The daughter is the one who made the call that got Dolph hit. It had been put in play for a minute. People keep speculating that they were selling drugs out of Makeda's, but they only sold edibles, not cocaine or anything like that, and they only sold to people they knew. Again, Murder Male was upset about not getting put on by Dolph. Although they had a few songs together, it was he was upset because it was taking too long. Key Glock, is Dolph's cousin, and he put him on, and that's where his focus was, on him. Murder Mal wanted to be in the same position, So that's where his hatred came from. Everything the media was saying makes sense too because the record label, I have to read some of them, because Yo Gotti tried to sign Dolph years ago, but he turned him down every time. Uh, the Murder Mal guy is so close to Dolph's family that he can come in and turn the TV on, switch the channel, and nobody would say anything. Keith Glock knows who killed Dolph, but is scared and ran to Atlanta and keeps calling other people in Black Haven to see what, what they're going to do about it, but he won't pay them. So Murder Mal is walking around comfortable in Black Haven. Make no mistake about it. It is, I have to read y'all Ebonics. If Glock decides to pay the other killer, then Murder Mal will be taken out. That's the kind of shit that I get. That's the kind of shit. But I went further. I went further in my investigations. Went further. And my thing became, why would she why would she want anything to happen? I'm going to have Abigail back. I believe that Raven has a tattoo on her neck, and I remember Abigail saying that the female that's involved has a big tattoo on her neck. But I went to investigating who and what interests would Raven have in this whole matter, this whole rap game. Wow, what interest does Raven have in the rap game? Well, she has several Facebook pages. And I was led to one of her Facebook pages. And on this particular Facebook page, I find that Raven, Winton, started a rap management group. Yeah. She has a rap management group by the name of Real Raw Management. Okay. She has a license. She tells you that she's she's got a fire ass opportunity to get them recorded, to get them in front of. Well, let me go somewhere else and read this the way I got it. So I got a fire ass opportunity for rap artists here in Memphis where I can get you to perform in front of Capitol Records, Universal, and Sony in Orlando. If you're interested, inbox me for more details. You gotta be on the square as of right out the box. Rap management company to be able to put artists in front of Capitol Records, University, and Sony. Then she's got another one from May 25th. I'm taking my artist to Miami. Let's get this paper. As DJ Khaled would say, another one. My artist is nominated for 3 awards. Damn right, I'm dope. I'm trying to be the baddest bitch in this management industry. Only been a year, and I'm making moves. This is basically what Abigail was saying last night, wasn't it? So, Raven, the daughter at the cookie shop, has a rap managing group. She's got wannabe successful rappers. So, is there some envy here? Is there some greed here? Is that some jealousy here? Is this a factor where you want to be as bad as somebody in the game? I think it is. Some of you may disagree with me. It's okay. But I bring you information that don't nobody else bring you. Could this woman want the king of Memphis, as you call him, out of the game so she could take over the game? What do you think? somebody on the Facebook. I didn't say that the police didn't have any leads. I, as I stated earlier this week, I met with the District Attorney General's office. I have yet to meet with the police director, and I'm very sure that what I'm saying is going to her. I'm sure she's going back and watching these lies. The rap game seems to be very treacherous. Everybody wants to get on. Everybody wants to be a multimillionaire. And I guess we all want to be multimillionaires in whatever field that we find ourselves in. But it seems that it's a deadly game. I guess she didn't want to be a fat ass rapper on a pole with all of the other big girls. What's really going on? I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the police department is monitoring me. And that in their investigation, they're taking in bits and pieces of what I do and use it. I share with you that I'm introducing a program called Reveal and Heal. Y'all use the word snitching. But ask yourselves, if someone was trying or had killed someone in your family, would you want to know who that individual was? Sade, what you said, Fatty Bear? You probably meant, yeah, I know you meant Fatty Bear. Baby, I know you love me. I've got so much information that I have not even given out. Police have always monitored what I say and do. Media does too. But ain't but one reporter and 9 other friends. So if I'm gonna give somebody, and I give him stuff from time to time, and uh, his station won't go with it. Sometimes because it's me that gave it, and I've already talked about it. But I'm not gonna back down. I not only do I pray, but the Bible didn't tell you to just pray. The Bible tells you to watch and pray. I never pray with my eyes closed. And I take care of my security, my wife's security, my daughter's security. There are so many people that's involved. If you've seen the video of Makitas, and there's a video out where it shows about three young men coming in stealing. It's a very small setting, very small. I don't understand if the shooting took place in there. How nobody else got shot. I don't understand how if someone is up there giving you your cookies, and you facing them and the counter faces the door. How come they didn't see nobody? Or did the shots come from somebody that was on the inside? And the persons that came up in the Mercedes Benz finished him off? Could the initial shots come from inside the business and then was finished off? Finished off because as you look at those guys, as you look at those guys, they seem to be shooting down. We've seen the picture of the shooters. We've seen the picture of the shooters. If they never went inside the store, are these guys there to finish him off? If he was shot inside, is the reason that the glass is out and Dolph's hand is sticking out of the window is because he was shot from the inside. And in shooting him on the inside, you shot the window out on the outside. And these guys came up to finish it off. Look at that picture that I got on the screen. Those guys are aiming down. Senator McLeod, what the fuck you calling me for? And I'm talking, goddammit. And I do look at the fact that Raymond was not tear-stricken or distraught, or wouldn't you be a little shaken if somebody just got killed in your place? But when you look at that picture there, you see men not shooting up, but pointing down. Lord, honey, somebody asked me, where's the picture on the screen? And you on Instagram. Somebody tell them, so I don't have to tell them. There is some scandal in this business, in this family. The mother, Patricia, is a little scandalous too. The mother, in 2018, was arrested for forgery. She tried to steal her son's house. She forged his signature on a quitclaim deed, and the son pressed charges against his mother. That's documented. I put it up on Instagram yesterday. All right, I'm going to take a minute and let's see, what am I looking for? Yeah. Play some commercials, then I'm going to come back and open up the phone lines. And what time is it? 8:12. But don't call me until I come back and open up the phone lines. Yeah. The affidavit is on the page. There's an affidavit of arrest. I don't know whether Maurice changed clothes or not, but I would find it very odd for a man to have just had a shooting in his place and he immediately changed his clothes. I do know that it is said that when Dolph was shot, he was supposed to be down there trying to, I don't know, just CPR. Hold on, Mike. Stay here, Mike. You'll make it, Mike. You know, that. But I find that a man that was hit at least 23 times. I'm hearing at least 23 times. I find it strange if you're down there trying to see about him on the ground, on the floor. You ain't got no blood on your clothes. I just find it strange. All right, let me take care of these commercials. And the first commercial is Butterific. The sister of Raven owns this company. We'll be back in a few minutes and I'll open up the phone lines.
Sweetness herself, Tamika and Cafe, located at 488 South Sucker near Calhoun and behind the Civil Rights Museum. Butterific brings to downtown a bakery full of the most delicious treats you'll find anywhere, such as butter cookies, lemon pound cake muffins, banana pudding, pecan pies, and my favorite, the chicken salad. Oh, it is so good. And if you have missed her salads, look, your mouth is mad at you. And if you can't get to downtown, DoorDash will bring it to you, to your home, or to your office. Go to Butterific Bakery and Cafe, 488 South 2nd, near Calhoun, or call 901-207-4618. That's 901-207-4618. We've all heard about sea moss and what it can do to rejuvenate one's body. It contains 92 minerals. It supports a healthy heart, good digestion. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, and there are so many more uses for sea moss. Now, you can order online from Envision Sea Moss. That's right, Envision Sea Moss. Or you probably thought that sea moss only comes in that one bland flavor. Well, Envision has it in natural strawberry, mango, pineapple, elderberry, honey cinnamon, and so many more flavors. Go right now to the website, EnvisionSeaMoss.com. Envision Sea Moss ships around the world. Have a more healthier you right now. Go to EnvisionSeaMoss.com. 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 Properly, your pet, or even your life. Well, Perpetuous Insurance Agency, owned by Warnett Nixon, is your one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs. Whether you live in Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Texas, Ohio, or Virginia, and she promises to beat any other insurance company's rate. So whether it's for your car, your truck, your boat, your airplane, your property, your rental property, or your goldfish, you need to call right now, 888-991-3877, 888-991-3877, and get yourself a free quote. One that is also in the real estate business. Call her right now, 888-991-3877, 888-991-3877. It's official. Judge Felicia Corbin Johnson will seek re-election to the Shelby County Circuit Court Division 1 on August 4, 2022. Judge Corbin Johnson wants you to know she has worked hard to serve the legal community and litigants and administer justice in a fair, impartial, and compassionate manner. She is honored to serve as a member of the judiciary on the Shelby County Circuit Court and preside over cases of great importance and consequence. She is duly qualified, well-versed in the law, steady, and has the qualities and ideas that you want in a judge. Judge Corbin Johnson sincerely appreciates and thanks the legal profession, clergy, business, and civic organizations, government officials, and the entire Shelby County community for the support and confidence you have placed in her these 7 years. And she respectfully asks that you continue to have confidence in her as she moves forward to re-election in 2022. Please help re-elect Judge Corbin Johnson, Shelby County Court, Division 1. Paid for by the committee to elect Felicia Johnson, Larry Banks, Treasurer. Taste a piece of peace. Located in the food court of the Oak Court Mall, it's where you go to find delicacies that truly feed your soul, and is owned by the true cookie monster, Jennifer Richardson. Taste a Piece of Peace not only specializes in all kinds of cakes, cookies, and pies and other desserts, but has a full menu of delicious soul food. Taste a Piece of Peace has milkshakes and cones that have multiple flavors. Taste a Piece of Peace has done individual catering for such corporations as Federal Express. They're open 7 days a week. Call them at 901-590-2484 or have DoorDash deliver it to you. The best in sweets. Again, 7 days a week. Call them. Area code 901-590-2484. That's 901-590-2484. Or have DoorDash bring it to you.
All right, I am back. I got to do this advertising thing. How much do I charge for commercials? I got one. I got a deal that's going on today. Hit me up in my Instagram box. Since you're on Instagram and have your money. I've been doing this 41 years. So I've been doing this longer than some of you all have been living. So I ain't new to this. You know, I'm not just, like I said, some of you just only known about me the last 2 or 3 years, but I've been doing this a long time. 41 years of radio. It'll be 42 years this month. I started in radio when we had turntables. So I was on radio when the CD came out. So yeah, inbox me if you got some money tonight, baby. You can get a deal. Okay, this is how I have lived very successfully for the last 41 years. I don't work for nobody. My cable show was #1 in the area. I paid $76,000 a month. I mean a year, excuse me, not a month. To be on television, my own independent programming. Pandemic hit and shit, you know what happens. And the black folk that I was doing the show through was greedy. You know, I'm on 5 radio stations every morning. Then I do this in the evening. And I won't take it no lie, because of my coverage on the Dolphins, my numbers have grown sufficiently in the afternoon. And I thank you for that. And yes, I'm here to make money. Okay? That's what I'm here for. This is how I do it. When I had the church building, and I'm out of the church building now, within 4.5 years, I had spent $504,000 of my own money. Not because folk was giving. And the Lord just told me it's time for you to stop being a fool. I do church on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock virtually. Okay? But for some of you who think that I don't know what I'm doing, you don't know me. I was around before Facebook, Instagram, and all that other shit. I had a blog back in the day that was, it was the most watched and viewed blog in the state of Tennessee. So I'm a veteran at what I do. Some of you do it just to be doing it. Yes, I do it to make money. I gotta eat. I lost some weight too, boy. I'm getting finer and finer. So I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've got the source. Blogspot. You're right, April Fierce. You're right. If you enjoy what I say, it's being scrolled across the screens. If you think that this show is valuable to not only the community, but the nation, Thank you, Kim, for joining me every Sunday morning. I'll be here at 10 o'clock Sunday morning with a message. Is my blog spot still up? I'm going to have to see. Perpetuous Insurance. I see you joined the page. Why don't you have your partner from Butterific to join me? And I'd love to talk to her about this case about her sister and about her mama and her daddy. And we can go live right here on the program. But this is a business. This is a business. Just like your regular TVs and your cable in your companies, the cable companies in your communities. This is a business. If you would like to contribute to what I do so that I can keep on doing what I do and keep on bringing you the information that I bring you that is unlike anybody else on social media or anything of that nature, all you got to do is contribute. Cussing to the Cussing Pastor Ministries. Naked Truth Ministries. All you got to do is donate to the Cash App, $ Naked Truth Ministries. $ Naked Truth Ministries. I haven't given up the phone number yet, sir, so don't rush it. $ Naked Truth Ministries. Why don't you give tonight? $25, $30, $40, $50, $100. Or if you ain't got but 5 or 10. Let me know that what I do is appreciated. Because again, you ain't going to get this nowhere else. A lot of things I talk about, a lot of things I don't. Next week, I'm hoping that this died down some so I can deal with the 100 black men of Memphis. And, you know, y'all supposed to be outstanding black men. Y'all got a charter school, but $400,000 was stolen. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about one of the persons involved in the stealing is the pastor of the Monument of Love Church on Lamar Street. I'm going to call names. I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. I call names. So I want to get away from this Dolph situation. One of the most important things I wanted you to understand tonight. One of the most important things I wanted you to understand tonight is don't follow this bullshit that's been spewed out to you. That Airways Boulevard is about to change names. They said it was me that did what? And police said something stupid. That's not about to happen. Again, what's going to happen Tuesday by that no good politician, J.B. Smiley? It's just like they're gonna place a sign on a post. That's all. It means nothing. It just means, all right, we're gonna pacify you niggas and put us a little brown and black sign. It'll be brown and black. Brown and black sign. Brown and black sign. That's all it'll be. and it means nothing. Shelly Shell, thank you for your $10, darling. Kimberly Cole, thank you for your $25. Lisa Braddock, thank you for your uh, $25 as well. His name will not be the real street name. Y'all really see? Some of y'all just you don't read, you don't research. You just believe anything the white people tell y'all. Do you think that all the money that goes into Airways Boulevard, Federal Express, do you think that white man gonna say, okay, niggas, we finna name the street after a black man that did some rapping? Its Cash App is $ Naked Truth Ministries. Somebody on Instagram put it up for me so I can pin it. Do I accept food stamps? No. What I do is take a motherfucker like you off my motherfucking page. Do your mammy use food stamps? Is that how she fed you wretched motherfuckers? Thank you, Ashanti, for $10. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank y'all. Naked Truth Ministries. Won't you give? This investigation will continue on this program until the killers are found. See, Darvis Harvard, thank you for the $100. This will continue with facts until this case is solved. This goes back to reveal and heal. This community cannot be healed unless we start to reveal it. What you call it, the investigation ministry. Okay, I like that. Until we are able to say, yeah, Pookie did, the city will have to rename the street the public wants it. No, they won't. Thank you, Deetra, for the $5. Lashante sent another 10. No. Who in the city really wants it? Come on, just be honest. See, y'all on this emotional rush right now. Y'all don't give a damn what the name of the street is. I don't care. I don't care. I wouldn't have been giving you niggas. Yeah, all Bellevue is not Elvis Presley Boulevard. It's not. I think it starts at Parkway. Okay. Lakedria Reynolds, $25. Thank you, darling. No, I won't be at Houston's tonight. If I was going to Houston's, I would have already been there by now. Thank you. I might go get me some chili tomorrow. They got the best chili in the world. I got mad at a white man one night. He got the last bowl of chili, sitting right next to me and just smacking when he was eating. I looked at that white motherfucker. I said, he did what?
He asked you, did you want some?
I didn't want to eat, but I had it. But, yeah. Can you give me something else besides this water, baby?
Sure I can.
Thank you, baby. My wife been so nice to me the last couple of days. But I'm gonna have to tell my wife. She be wanting to do no more nasty things at 1 o'clock in the morning, 1 and 2
You
o'clock
love
in the
telling
morning.
all my okay, you know what?
Huh? And I have to get up at see, and them days that she gotta go to work, she don't want me fucking with her. I can't ask her what time it is. What you want to know what time it is? I said, what goddamn? What do people ask what time it is for? I had to get up at 5:30 this morning, and most mornings I get up about 4, and I do my little meditation and talk to God and all that. I didn't get a chance to talk to God this morning. She want to be real nasty. At 1:30 in the morning, so I don't know what time we got through. And then I had to get up. My alarm clock went off. I said, shit. I had to get up and play them blues. And I stayed, it was good too, because I stayed in bed all goddamn day on the day. But my wife and I, we'll be going back to Biloxi. Thank you, Phillies Green, for your $10. Who is this? Keith, thank you for your $10. Come on and give. I work hard to give y'all, bring you this information. Shoot. We going out of town again on the 16th. We stay traveling now. And then for Valentine's Day, thank you, April Rich, for the $15 for the investigation ministry. We're going to Atlantic City for Valentine's Day. You know, for 6 years, I didn't go no goddamn where. I just worked every day and had the church. They wouldn't give me no money. I'm having to spend all my money because I thought that's what God wanted. And God said, ain't you tired of being a fool yet? You can be just as effective virtually as you can be in the building and not pay all the damn bills. I said, yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, Lord. So we're going back to the Beau Regard. What's the name of it? Yeah, Beau Rivage or whatever the fuck it is. I enjoy resting while she gambling. We're going to Atlantic City for Valentine's Day. Yeah. It ain't no secret shit. All the motherfucker gotta do is get a ticket. What is this I'm drinking?
You tell your sister I have a birthday.
Ooh, that's good. Praise the Lord. Leroy, let me see how much Leroy is saying. $50 for the investigation ministry. I guess it's got a new name now.
You heard me?
What? What, baby? Wait a minute. Selena sent $20. Angela, $10. Thank y'all. Tawana, the whole Stella, sent $20 for love offering. Won't you give tonight? Ain't nothing wrong with giving. I work hard. Hell. Folks say you're begging. If that's what you want to call it any motherfucking thing you want. What do you want me to do, baby? She ain't watching me. Jamie ain't watching me. Motherfucker, you're getting old. Happy birthday to you. How old is Jamie becoming today? 28. 28? God damn, I thought she was older than 28.
It don't mean I would be older. Damn.
You is old. Shit.
Morgan's money.
I'm going to this Morgan's mother. That's my sister-in-law. She the one that gave me the motherfucking elbows that goddamn day and had me drunk as a motherfucker. I was high as a kite on TV. I had to stop the TV show. I said, will y'all let me go lay down for about 20 minutes? I ate about 4 or 5 edibles. I had never had an edible. I just thought they was some cookies, some cupcakes. I said, that shit knocked me off my ass. Ooh. I'm going to be working with the District Attorney General's office. Now, I've had people want me to get involved with the murders that's in their family. And I don't mind doing that. Kermikia James, thank you for the $10. I don't mind doing that. But I don't want you thinking that you can use me and don't give to me. Lord Jesus, I believe how can you send a donation in? There it is right there. It's pinned to the page. $ Naked Truth Ministries. I don't want you thinking that you can use me, use my time on TV and radio for free. Okay? That ain't fair to me. That I use my medium to talk about your dead people's cases. And this is the reason I say, when y'all look at them things on TV, them crime movies, like the first 48, they got commercials on that. People are paying. There's nothing on TV that is free. Okay? But I know what I'm doing. I can put your face out there. If you've got the video, I'll let you come on the air and talk about it. And let's finish this situation out. But don't call me for free. Well, are you trying to help the community? Yes. And I'm trying to help me too. Thank you, Lewis Kendrick, for $10. Okay. And I'm sorry that your people got killed. I really am. But if you want me to use my platform, at least have something for the platform. Don't that make sense? I think I'm being fair. Okay? I paid for fumes in Memphis. So, about 2-3 years ago, I spent $14,000 to $20,000, my money, burying people. Thank you, Rodney. You're gonna DM me about some advertising? Do it tonight, but man, I got a special for you tonight. Woo. Hey, this red wine here. No, that's Tito's. Yes. Where my Tito bottle at? Huh?
You want it?
No, you do know I got a big bottle down here on the floor that we didn't drink all the stuff when we was in Mississippi. Yeah. Geneva Lee sent $25. I'm going to stay on this case. Yeah, I furnished. Look, I was so crazy, and I was so trying to be helpful to the community. Thank you, baby. This is my drink of choice, Tito's. Get you some here, and I got it in some cranberry juice here. I'm into is this cranberry sauce? I mean, not cranberry sauce.
Cran grape, baby.
Cran grape. Okay, what I said, cranberry sauce. I buried a young lady. Thank you, Ethel, for the $20 for the ministry. So I want you to know who I am. I ain't just some motherfucker that's just doing this, and I'm some Johnny come lately. I've been doing this shit for years. I paid. Her daughter got killed. Thank you, Brian Randolph, for your $10. Her daughter got killed. I paid. I'm coming on a platform promoting false accusations. Well, I'm gonna come to you, motherfucker. and you tell me what I said uh, false. What y'all think? I think he'll bitch and won't respond. Thank you, Lisa Fitzpatrick, for your 25. Thank you, Charlene, for your 10. I buried her daughter. N.H. Owens Funeral Home. I got the casket. I got the dress. I paid for the grave. Okay? I paid for the grave. Ray Billy, you gone. They got mad at me. Wait a minute. Not only did I buy the grave, I bought, they were in such bad shape. I got a house full of furniture for them. Bedroom suite, stove and refrigerator, couches and shit for the living room. Okay? I went to the funeral, listened to a non-preaching ass pastor that was preaching from a damn iPad. I said, at least you could have had the Bible. Got to the cemetery. I didn't get no vote because it was a cemetery that did not require a vote. I paid for the grave and I paid for the funeral. Then the family got mad at me for two things. I didn't get them no repast food. I said, now goddamn, I done did the burial and did all the shit. You can get the repast food. Then the brother said we had to put her on the naked ground. And I was driving out the cemetery, and this motherfucker runs up to my car and opens my door. But folks that know me know that when I arrive, thank you, Diane Matthews, for, wait a minute, I gotta go back. Diane Matthews, thank you for your $10. Brandon Burns, thank you for your $20. He pulls my door in my Mercedes. Pulls my door, but if you know me, I ride with the word right there beside me. The word that says, peace be still. And I had my piece of steel. And when he opened my door to come into my door, because he was going to snatch me out of my car, he wanted to fight because I didn't get him no repair shit. I just put that pistol on his nose. And it's something about a pistol on your nose. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. That will change. I felt a hoop right there. It will change your mind. Because my finger was on the trigger and I was ready to pull it. But he decided that he was go on about his way. I ain't playing with these young Negroes out here. I'm old. I have a walking stick. Some days my knee's bad. So I'm handicapped, I'm crippled. And when I see them young Negroes, even though I'm right-handed, I walk with my cane in my left hand and my hand on the piece of steel. Somebody say hallelujah on tonight. See, that piece of steel will give you some act right. Yeah, he was converted. He had a change of heart. Somebody know he's a hard fixer, don't you? Somebody know that he's a mind regulator. He's a friend in the lonely hour because he needed a friend right now. Hallelujah. Shabba-dabba-doo and smoke it bear too. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. Woo. Andrew Bacon Soda Brown. Why would a nigga name himself Bacon Soda? Bacon Soda. Yeah, you finna go, my friend. So I've been around a long time doing what I do. Yeah, yeah. I don't move without a piece of steel. I have to stay heavenly. I have to stay prayed up. And I found that Jesus said, peace be still. I always got my piece of steel close. If I got to shoot you, I'd rather be tried by 12 than carried by 6. Church's Chicken and the Colonel has done repasses. But I would think that if I pay for your goddamn dollar's funeral, they probably sitting on the couches that I got, sleeping in the beds right now, cooking on the stoves that I got for them several years ago. But you gotta stay prayed up. Always have your piece of steel. As I move around in the house, I got my piece of steel. My wife done got her. She done found out she been converted. Opened up the doors of the church one day here in the house. She went and got her a piece of steel. We don't move in the house without it. I went to shit before I came on the air today. When I was in the bathroom, I laid it right there by the toilet tissue. If you come in this motherfucker, I'm going to stop wiping my ass and get in your ass. Or there ought to be a witness in the house tonight. Yes. All right. So if you want me to deal with your personal situation, contact me. But don't contact me broke. Mr. No Play, I thank you for your $5, brother. I thank God for whatever y'all are giving on tonight. There is no other show like mine. And I got about 7 minutes left. No, I ain't turning the heat on, baby. You cut it off. I was a little hot, but you know I ain't got no pants on, so I couldn't stand up, focus on my ass. Janine, thank you for the $25. Yeah, don't contact me, bro. You want me to use my airtime. Have some money. Yeah, man. In Memphis, you got to go to the bathroom with your piece of steel. I got cameras. I got an alarm. Okay. But if you break in here, Lord no. Pastor, I made a donation. Can you pray for us that are grieving right now? Why are you grieving, brother? Let me come to you. Let me find out why you're grieving. Yeah. I tell everybody in Memphis that is conscious and got the right mind, get you a gun. Brother, I can't see you. Turn your light on. Or you're man or woman.
Hi, this is Jonifa.
All right, turn your light on, baby. You and the dog. I like to see who I'm talking to. All right. Your name is what, darling?
Geneva.
What kind of Nika?
Geneva.
Geneva.
Yes.
Your dad, I bet your daddy's name was John, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
And what's your mama's name?
Her name is Sheila.
Oh, so they put the names together.
Yes.
Okay. What are you grieving about?
I lost the love of my life in February.
The love of your life? Your husband?
No, he wasn't my husband.
He's your boyfriend.
Yes.
How did he pass away?
He had a heart attack. I was on the phone with him.
How old was he?
41.
And he had a heart attack?
Yes.
Okay.
While I
So,
was talking to him.
huh?
While I was on the phone with him.
While you were on the phone with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Did y'all have any kids together?
No.
Okay. He was just the love of your life. How long had y'all been together?
We weren't together when he passed, but we have been in each other's life for 25 years.
Okay. And y'all had split up, broke up, or?
Yes.
Okay.
But never really let each other go.
Okay. So, tell me what you're grieving about. Talk to me.
I just miss him.
You just missing? What is it that you wish tonight? When you go back and you think about him and you think about your relationship with him, what is it that you miss most about him?
The comfort.
Okay. Do you think that even in death, do you think that he still wants you to be comfortable?
Yes.
Do you think that he wants you to grieve? And let me say something about grief. Grief is a normal reaction. The tears are a normal reaction. Grief is a day by day situation. There'll be days, darling, that you won't think of him all week. And then that one day in the week will come where it will all fall down on you. But I pray that God will give you peace and understanding, that he brings comfort to your heart, to your soul, to your life, and that you understand that it's all right to cry. Okay? It's all right to cry because God designed tears, darling, as a release form. It drains. See, what your tears are as you are grieving is just pressure coming off of your soul. Okay? You got to believe that that man loved you, didn't he? And you probably believe that even in death, he still loves you, right?
Yes.
And baby, get it all out. Get it all out. Cry if you want to cry. Holler if you want to holler. Walk through the house, banging up against the walls if you want to. Nobody can tell you how to grieve. I can't tell you how to grieve. It ain't gonna never stop. Look, my mama will be dead 6 years in April. And I can go a whole week, I can go a whole month, 6 months. And then something will happen that I just find myself caught up in my feelings and emotions. Let me ask you something. You still got his telephone number locked in your phone, don't you?
Yes.
Do you know it took me 3 years? Okay? It took me 3 years to take her number out of my phone. It took me 3 years to not listen to the last message she left on my phone. Because I just wanted to hear her voice. Okay? I just wanted to hear her voice. And I had to understand, I had never been to a cemetery after someone died. And I know that my mama ain't in that grave. Okay? That when I closed that casket and I preached my mama's funeral, baby, I had to preach it. And I hadn't preached a sermon then in 7 years. I had gave up on the church. And I was grieving when I preached it. And I had made a deal with God that if I can get through my mama's funeral, preaching my mama's funeral, and I don't fall out, waddle on the ground and all that, that I'd go into this ministry thing. My God, sister, we all handle grief differently. So I want you to cry. I want you to cry. I want you to think about him. But I also want you to remember that if he loved you, and I believe that he did, that he wouldn't want you to give up on life. You find it hard to talk to another man right now, don't you? Huh?
Yes.
Because you think in your mind that you cheating on the dead man, don't you?
I haven't accepted that he's gone.
You do what now?
It's hard for me to accept that he's gone.
Well, baby, let me tell you something. You got to accept it. Okay? He gone. And he ain't coming back. That don't mean that you don't grieve over him, because what makes grief is memories. Okay? And you got me preaching you on a Friday night. But what makes your grief, darling, is the precious memories. We don't grieve over folk we don't love. We don't grieve over folk we don't even like. The memories is what is causing you to grieve. Smile, baby. Smile. That's an old blues song by Dorothy Moore. And that's where you are tonight. You find yourself misty blue. You ever heard the record?
No.
You never heard Misty Blue? Go back and play it, find it when you get off the air with me. By Dorothy Moore. My whole world turns misty blue. And you're crying tonight because of the memories. But I ask God tonight to regulate your mind. I ask him right now to bless you. I ask him to give you a perfecting spirit, where you perfect the thought of him, but at the same time, you go on living. Let me share one last thing with you, and I'm going to let you go. You went to his funeral, didn't you?
No, I couldn't go.
You couldn't go to the funeral. Mentally, you may not have went, but physically, you've been to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Have you went to visit him?
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you what you need to do now. Leave the graveyard. Because see, mentally, you buried yourself when he was buried. Okay? You lowered yourself into the grave with him. And you got to remember that what is in the graveyard is not him. That's his remains. That's the reason they call it remains, baby. He is not there. His remains are there. The consolation that you have tonight is that this man is in the presence of God. I don't say heaven, I don't say hell, but the word say, and you believe in the word, don't you? Huh? Okay. The word says to be absent from the body is to be. It doesn't say maybe, I'll think about it, but the word says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So the comfort that you get in this is that he ain't by himself right now, that he's in the possession of God. And you know, darling, God is in the repo business. And you know, I spent many years in the repo business. I go back and repossess a car because it ain't paid for. And it does not belong to the person that's driving. Well, his soul didn't belong to him. And Jesus had already paid it all. He had the right, no matter how it hurt you, he had the right to come and get what belongs to him. Darling, you're going to be all right. Okay? I'm glad that you called me tonight. I'm glad that I'm able to, I hope, minister to you and that you got something out of what I'm saying to you. But we all know God is good. You believe that?
Yes.
Has he been good to you?
He has.
Okay. He promised never to leave or forsake you. Okay? Darling, may God bless you. May the healing of God be on your soul and your mind. Lord, I'm praying for you and I'll remember you in prayer, and I believe this audience will as well. God got you, baby.
Thank you. Thank
Okay?
you.
Now go ahead and have yourself a great big cry. What's your favorite drink, baby?
Patron.
Well, baby, look. Go on and have your good cry. Do you drink your Patron straight?
Yes.
Okay. Get you some Patron and go on and get you some sleep or look at a movie or do something. But the main thing, though, don't stop living. Get out of that mental cemetery that you're in, baby. Okay?
Okay.
How old are you?
41.
Let me ask you something at 41 years old. Do you want to be physically in the grave with him?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then if you don't want to physically be in the grave with him, why mentally you're going to linger in the graveyard? Okay?
Okay.
God bless you, darling.
Thank you.
All right. All right. I hope that that helped somebody else. I know Sade just buried her father 2 weeks ago. Young lady that I've known basically all her life, Shanika, uh, lost her auntie tragically a couple of weeks ago in a car wreck. While she was in the car wreck, the car caught on fire. She couldn't get out of the car. It burned her to death. And I've been reading some of your posts, Shanika. And I knew her auntie. And I want you all to understand, death is life. We all got to leave here. We all got to leave here. We don't know the day or the hour. And let me give y'all something else before I leave you on tonight. And again, if you still want to give to the Cash App, please do. The Cash App is $ Naked Truth Ministries. You can't die before your time. Let me give you that. You can't die no matter what unless permission is given by God. God controls death. Satan can want to destroy you, but you can't die unless God says it's okay. Young Dolph and anybody else that dies, it was because God said it was okay. God holds life and death in his hands. Mm. Mm. Life and death. See, when Dolph died, he was dead before all the bullets were in him, and his spirit had went back to whence it belonged. Man, tragedy is going to happen to all of us. But nothing happens out of the will of God. Nothing happens out of God's will. None of us know how we leave it here. I like to just sleep on the way. But more than likely I won't. But you got to be prepared for whatever is God's will. Let me give you this. All of us got an appointment with death. The word says, and it's appointed unto man once to die. You got an appointment. And the strange thing about the appointment with death is that in these earthly appointments to the doctor, to the barber shop, to the beauty shop, you can change your appointment. You can decide, I want to go to the doctor today. I ain't going to the barber shop or the beauty shop. You can change your appointment, but not with death. But the consolation comes in that if this earthly house of this tabernacle be dissolved, then we have another house, not made by hand. I've preached that so many times on a funeral. I got a new house to move into. All right, I'm going to leave you alone on a Friday night. It's 17 minutes after 9. Some of you lost loved ones to the COVID virus. But I want you to know, all of us, in this thing called life, we just passing through. We just passing through. And always remember that no matter what shape that you're in, somebody's shape is worse than yours. I got hard conditions. Last year, I thought I was going to have a triple bypass surgery. They went in to do them little stent things and couldn't find the blockage that they thought was there. Was it because of my goodness, my greatness, or it's because of God? Somebody ought to be able to say right now, but God. Shanika, I know you taking Mary's death hard. But she okay. If Mary could talk to you tonight, Shanika, she'd tell you that in the place that she's in, she's with God. And that with God, there is no imperfections. The imperfections that you had when you were on this side, you'll have when you get in the presence of God. Shanika, Mary would tell you tonight she got her some new legs. Yeah. The fire of life in the tragic accident that she had here took away the bottom part, I think you said, of her body. But do you know that in the presence of God, she all right? She running and she jumping. Let me stop preaching, because I'll get off of my thing. You're whole again when you get in the presence of God. You got to be. You got to be. If that woman who had the issue of blood had been bleeding profusely for years, if she could crawl her way to God, believing that just touching the hem of his garment will fix things, when she was touching, Jesus asked her, wilt thou be made whole? And if you can be made whole in this life, wholeness is there for you in the afterlife. Ooh. Y'all, let me stop this, okay? Let me stop this. I don't care tonight how bad you think you are. God loves you. If don't nobody else love you, God does. Quit worrying about death. You have to conquer the fear of it. And death was Satan was trying to bother me. You done got to be old. Now, you know you could die at any moment. That young man was 41 years old. I see young folk going to the graveyard every day. But God's still good to me as an older man. The word says, I once was young, but now I'm old. But I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor its seed begging bread. The reason certain things don't happen to me is because them old women that raised me prayed for me, and I'm their seed. And some things can't happen to me because they prayed for me. Now, is y'all gonna let me go now? I gave you the talk show and a little bit of preaching too. Again, would you like to contribute to the ministry of all that I do? I thank God for life tonight. And you know what? I thank God that I know him for myself. I thank God that what you think about me is not important. How you treat me ain't even important. I'm not responsible for how you treat me. I'm responsible for how I treat you. And sometimes in treating you, it means to separate me from you. All right, I'm gonna stop. I hope that I've helped somebody. Yes, Miss Jesse, I know whose I am. I understand that God gave me the spirit of cussing so that you come to me not as that normal everyday pastor that you won't go to see, but your curiosity as to who I am is what makes you come. And then when you find out that God has not only given me a cussing spirit, but he's given me his spirit. The cussing draws you. The preaching keeps you. The ministry keeps you. Even when you tell the world you don't like me, you got to watch me, because the Spirit of God, the anointing of God is on my life. Whether you understand who I am to God, me and God okay. You find out he can do more than cuss. I like that. Pastor, if God be for you, who can be against you? And I'll believe the report of the Lord. Boy, you've been in that book, ain't you? The word also says, I choose pastors after my own heart. Listen to what it says. I choose pastors after my own heart. I don't choose the pastors you think should be pastoring. God is calling at this time for holy boldness. Some say you should be talking about them people in the Gulf caves. I couldn't live with myself if I did. If I stop talking about it, if I lose my boldness, then I need to sit down. And I tell all my enemies, my haters, and many of you are watching me tonight. Thank you, Sharice Thomas, for your $25. Thank you. The word says that God has not given us, not just me, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. And there is no power without opposition. God measures your power out by the opposition that you get in life. You got to figure out, is this your season? And to my image, you have no power over me because it's my season. I'm in the season that 64 years ago that I emptied out the womb of Mabel Lee Jordan. I was born with a purpose from God. And no weapon that you form against me will prosper. You got to let it be your season. The word says in the book of Ecclesiastes, and I'm trying to stop now, I really am, that there is a season, a time, and a season for all things. Is it your season? You watch my service on Sunday morning right here, darling, or on my Facebook, or on my YouTube. Is it your season? Are you prepared for your season that God is preparing you for? Trouble don't last always. You allow trouble to take over your life. But trouble was not designed to last. It's just a test, baby. Whatever you're going through. It's just a test. It's just a test. Yes, Miss Jackson, he'll make your enemies your footstool. And I'm going to close on the footstool. A footstool. See, there are different levels of blessings. There are blessings that you have that's on the shelf that you can just reach over and get. Reach down there and get. But there are some blessings, some things that you need from God that's on the top shelf. And you reach and reach, and you can't get God's top shelf blessings. But here comes somebody along that mistreats you. They lie on you. They are your enemy. And what God takes them to do, God allows your enemies to elevate you. Your enemies become your top shelf. You're able to get on the back of your enemy and reach up where you ain't been able to reach before and get your blessings off the top shelf. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Y'all got me preaching on a Friday night. I'm going to go. But before I leave you, is there anybody else besides me that know that God is good? I'm not talking about the Baptist God, the Methodist God, the Church of God in Christ God. But the God. He who sits high. He who looks low. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But I'm so glad that not only is he the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but he's my God. How many of you know he's able? How many of you are ready to come out of your gloom and doom and trust God? Not your denomination, not your pastor. How many of you believe that he will give you the desire of your heart? Seeking, you shall find him. Knocking, the door shall be open unto you. God bless you on tonight. Let me stop because I've been found something else to say. Andrew Bacon Soda Brown, thank you, brother. Anybody else have minutes? Did I say Kimberly Freeman, $10. Cedric Russell, $10. Tamara McGowan for $20. Eugenia Lovelace for $10. I think all that came in while I was preaching. Is that what I was doing? And I can do that. I was born to preach. I don't need the pencil and the paper. The Bible says he'll bring it all to your remembrance. But there is no remembrance without remembering. Any more of you want to give right now? Because I'm going to go. And if you think about me over in the night and you want to give, pull it one time, brother. Come on. It ain't about pulling it. Hooping and hollering ain't preaching. Pulling it ain't preaching, brother. That's theatrical. It's dramatical. The word is plain. Midget baby, I don't know. I hope I ain't got nothing that came in and said midget baby. No, I'm not speaking on Joel Osteen's money, and I'm taking you off my page for even bringing that up. What goes on? No, I'm gonna give maybe you first on the page. I'm not concerned about Joel Osteen. That ain't my business. That ain't my concern. Body Glam, if that's your email name, I don't see anything here. Yes, I do. $25. Yes, I do. But remember, I'm fighting a war. Bob Robinson, thank you for the $50. Seeing red, I don't talk about everything because everything is not worthy of my talking about it. What does it do for my people? And to the young lady that started all of this, what was her name? John somebody. Baby, bless you. Because you open up a door tonight for somebody else that needed the same grief counseling that I gave you. John Eva. Thank you, John Eva. I thank you so much for doing this. Darling, you're going to be all right. It was meant, I don't even remember seeing your name before, but it was meant for us to talk tonight because you open up a door that somebody else is grieving and they don't know what to do, and we were able to share. I just couldn't see him laying in the casket. It was too much for me. I understand. Sometimes you just want to remember people. Bob Robinson, did I say thank you for your 50? I know it's painful, baby. Charles' sister said she needed to hear that. I know Sade needed to hear it. But you're going to be all right, John Eva. And your crying days ain't over. It takes time, baby. It takes time. It takes time. John Eva, when my mama died, I tried to be strong. I ain't finna cry. And this is what, almost 6 years ago in April. And one night, it hit me You remember that night? Mel had probably never seen me cry. You know, I'm the tough guy. And it hit me so, John Eagle, that I broke down and cried like a baby. Mm-hmm. So y'all know me and Mel been together a long time. So I couldn't stand it no more. John Eagle, I had planned the funeral. I personally paid for the funeral. I had my sermon in my head. I was going to preach to her. An appointment that must be kept. And I was walking around my big old house at the time. I don't know whether I was in the bed or was I in the living room. I was in my living room. And it hit me like somebody had hit me in my chest. Because I had been busy after her death. I had been busy planning the funeral. So I didn't have time to allow the grief process to set in. And even now, when I think about it, the grief factor hits me. Let me tell you something, John Eagle. And we don't know how it's going to happen. But when it hit me, I started whooping and hollering and crying like a baby. All I could do was go back with memories. And I thought about the most touching thing. My mother wasn't but 16 years older than me. So we had acted like sisters and brothers most of our lives. I was 59 years old when my mama died. And I had never, in 59 years, hear my mama tell me that she loved me. And here my mama is on one of her good days. She was singing. Do you understand that she was preparing to leave here, but she didn't want to leave here without telling me, I love you. And she told me, I love you, and I always have. In my mom's last days, even before she told me that, I'd go by the house and I'd be in the room with her by myself. And I remember on 2 occasions, my mama said, why you bring somebody else to the house? I said, huh? The men over there in the corner. Why you bring the men to my house? I looked around. My brother wasn't in there. Wasn't nobody in there but me and her. But she kept seeing men. Then the next time, she didn't ask me about the men. She just said, "Oh, I see them." And when she told me that she loved me, the men were there. I didn't recognize it until after my mom died. That the death angel had come to get her. She lived through my birthday. A few days later, she wouldn't die while I was there. She wouldn't walk out of life into immortality while I was there. But the men finally did what they came to do. And I could hear my mama saying, "I'm ready to go." And she just went on away. I got the call from my baby brother, who I have not seen now in almost 6 years, right here in the city of Memphis. I went to the house. She laying comfortably in the bed, smile on her face. Funeral home came. I helped them put my mama on the stretcher. That was the undertaker in me. That was the son in me. I don't know. I put my mama on the cart. I covered my mama up with the sheet from the funeral home and put the straps on the cot, as I did so many times for other folks' mamas. But this was my mama. And I rolled my mama on out the house and put my mama in the back of that hearse, like I did for so many other folks' mamas. And as the hearse poured off out of the yard, I didn't cry then. I didn't even let Mel leave her job and come to the house. But I had to understand that my mama was suffering in life. The natural me and the natural you be wanting your loved one because of your selfishness. You want your loved one that is sick to stay here for your own selfish purpose. It may be love. And I want you to understand that sometimes your selfishness and your love for that person and their love for you is what makes them cling on to life even in pain. Even in pain. Mama, don't go. And because mama loves you, they don't go. And do you know that a whole lot of our loved ones are better off in death than they are in life? No more pain, no more hurting, no more having to go to the doctor. My mama was a singer, and I remember about a year before she died, the doctors gave her up. How many of y'all know that this thing ain't in the doctor's hands? I was called to the house. The nurse was there. And the nurse said, Mr. Matthews, I hate to tell you, your mama ain't gonna make it through the night. I said, what? Your mama ain't gonna make it through the night. I went out of her room and I sat on the couch and the tears started falling. I called my pastor, Ricky Floyd, and he came over to the house. I said, man, they said she ain't gonna make it through the night. I sat there a long time that evening. I think I finally went home. Did I go home that night? I finally went home. How many of you know she made it through the night? My mama loved to sing. And I went to see her, and she was still in this condition. The next day that the doctor said she wasn't going to make it through, I sat there on the couch in the living room. Then I heard my mama singing. She woke up out of the state that she was in, singing the song, Shine on Me. I got up from the couch. The white woman seemed as though she didn't understand what was going on. But my mama was singing, Shine on Me. I sat down by the bed and I joined in with her singing, Shine on Me. I said, Mabel, where you been? And my mama was a great cusser. Great cusser. I saw it's in my DNA. My mama said, motherfucker, I've been asleep. I knew my mama was all right. If I walked into the house and my mama said, motherfucker, where you been? You just not getting here? I knew that my mama was having a great day. All right, that's enough. That's right. That had me crying and stuff. Well, I'd hate to see you if something happened to your mama. I don't know, I'd probably cry harder than you if something happened to your mama. Shoot. Woo, Lord have mercy. Let me even get this thing off of me.
Showed all your vulnerability.
Showed all my vulnerability.
Yep.
Didn't nobody know it but you, did it?
Right.
Latasha, everything's going to be all right. Everybody that's lost somebody, you lost their presence physically, but spiritually your girl still got them. I didn't know you had a soft side. I don't know. Okay. I'm finna go. I'm finna go for real this time. Now, I've been going. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. I'll be working some more on this golf case over the weekend. Thank you so much. Those of you who contributed tonight to what you're calling the investigation ministry, thank you. But all of this is ministry to me. And if you like to give, before I go, this one for the books. Pastor showed us a different side of him.
You showed them my side.
Show them what?
You showed them my side.
Show them your side.
Yeah.
There it is. You can contribute. Please do. Even as I go off there, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, whatever it is. If it ain't but $1. If it ain't but $1. If it ain't but $5, give. Cash out. $, Naked Truth Ministries. May God bless you. May the love of God be your protection and your strength. As we go into this weekend, whether you live in the city of Memphis or anyone else, may his comfort and his strength be with you. May he dispatch heavenly bodyguards to cover you, your loved ones, your friends, your house. May God be the strength that you need in this hour and in this day. That whatever is troubling you on this Friday night, that you know that trouble does not last always. And that even when your enemies come against you to rob, steal, and kill, that his word says that he has prepared a table for you, even in the presence of your enemy. Yeah, rest in peace, Dolph, but you ain't my king. I serve only one king, and he sits high, and he looks low. But we are going to continue, for the sake of this city, to look into the whys of this city. But I ask God tonight to cover this city. to watch over us in this city. Thank you so very much. I am out of here for the night. Don't forget to give now here.